It seems like it's going okay. You can't really see me, but I'm okay with that. Okay, everybody. All right, let's talk about what we're going to do today. Everybody here, you want to put your phone away, please? Okay. Everybody here already turned in yesterday's assignment, the branches challenge. Tomorrow, all right, we are going to do with a partner. You're going to be doing the tip calculator app. And in that tip calculator app, you're going to have 4 buttons with someone wants to give a 10, 15, 20, or 25% tip. That's going to require a very sophisticated if-else statement like we've been doing. And I want to make sure you understand how to do that. The other thing I thought we could probably also tackle today would be we're going to really work on those constraints together. Set up this sample Hackwich. It's a little app we'll do together about if-else statements. And we're also going to do our constraints because I want you to be able to have it set really nice in your iPad. Question?
That's not sure.
Well, thank you. KU. What am I doing? I just went there. Yes, Wednesdays is wear your college jerseys day. And I don't have one for mine, but I have it from all my children. So you'll be seeing all my jerseys. Okay, moving along. All right. The other thing that you should know about our app that you're going to be making, the tip calculator, you are going to make it with 1 other person, no groups of 3. Because I noticed last time that some people kind of sat quietly by the side. I want total involvement. And I have that nice set of 30 laptops sitting in there, and we're going to do them on laptops. So if you guys are working together and you want to go sit over there, you can. If you want to go in one of these rooms and work, you can do that also. Here's the bad news. No, it's not bad. It's good news because you guys all work together really well.
Yeah.
I am going to assign partners. Okay, well sometimes because, it's good to have, to mix it up a little bit. And sometimes some people are really strong with the code. Other people do really good graphics. If you combine those 2 pieces of knowledge, we're going to get some really good apps in here. Okay? So today we're doing what's called a Hackwich. So I will do it with you step by step. So our focus is, right? What did I say? Our focus is, what are these? If-else statements, and our focus is using constraints wisely. Okay? So we're going to do it together. What's wrong?
You going to teach us how we hack it?
No, it's called a Hackwich. Which means we're kind of hacking through some things and issues that we have. Oh, Lucas.
I thought you did.
All right. I did not see that. Okay, so let me get that set up here. And we're going to do this step by step and make sure that everybody is set up. I'm going to close this one out. And I'm going to close up my simulator. We had an issue with someone's simulator, so I'll be interested to see what happens with that.
Go to McNamee.
Okay, Xcode, file, new project, everybody. All right? File, new project, single view, right? And let's call it, what do we want to call it? How about what's that? Hackwich.
Single view iOS or
Single view iOS, and make sure, all right, and then make sure it's Swift. So you can call it a Hackwich, all right, for tip. Well, actually, you can just put your name in. That's plenty. Because this is not that important, that part of it. Make sure it's Swift, and we're going to go with universal. Which, that would be interesting. What if we just went with iPad? And what if we had to make that change from inferred? Why don't you experiment and do iPad for me today? And see what that does as far as setup, would you? Thanks, that's good. Okay, next. Set it up. We got a new project. Main storyboard, I'm going to tell you what we need to put out there. Everybody's going to put them in, and then we should be set up. Do me a favor before you start. Click, everybody look. Click up here at the top of your view controller and hit that yellow button. And then go over here, because this guy, oh, you don't have that now? Oh. So you click around. Click on it a couple times. Yeah, no, it'll show up. You need to click up there and make it show up. And over here where it says under the tool belt. All right. Click here. Go over to your tool belt on the right hand side. Let's switch from inferred to iPad full screen. Okay? Well, I did, and it wasn't too bad. It made it a little bit bigger. I did a Windows Zoom and it came out okay. I can work with that. You think that makes it look weird? I think it looks fine, see? All right, and actually, okay? So then this is your middle. All right. And then when we do check it later, make sure later on, when you do check it, that you're going to switch it over here and run it on a resizable iPad. So you don't try to, we're going to create it on an iPad, let's not run it on an iPhone. Okay? All right, this is what you need to put in on your own, just something we've done before. I want 2 text fields, a button, and a label. And you can put them anywhere you want. Do not put constraints on. Wherever you put them, we will constrain them together. You need 2 text fields, a button, and a label. So I'm going to start, I'll do it up here, and you can always take a look at mine. I'm going to put 1. By the way, run an iPad, so I learned from the last one, I can bring it down from the bottom a little bit. Because I had it way up at the top. There shouldn't be any questions. You know how to do this.
No, I mean, like,
What's up?
would this, like, can we, like, transfer this to our iPad? And it would work?
Sure. But that's what yeah, but remember we had that issue, you all gave me your numbers,
Yeah,
but there's still a problem with a security issue that is on your iPad still.
okay.
But I know that they are working on it in the tech department. But yes, of course, that's our goal, right? We got a button here. We're gonna bring a button down in the middle. You've sure done that before. You don't really need that much bigger. See, when I go and I get here, I get the middle. So now my button's in the middle, I can do everything else accordingly. And then you want, of course, add a label. Make the label fairly wide because we're going to display some text in there. So notice I made mine quite a bit wider. When you get all 3 of these items on, let me know, and we will set constraints. Do not set your constraints.
I did.
You got it? Good. Anybody not done? How are you guys doing? Jeff, okay? What? You don't have to. You can set it any way you want. We're going to set constraints so that when you run it, it doesn't change. Is everybody ready? Oh, it doesn't matter. That's going to disappear. Yeah. Oh, Oscar said, everybody, I looked on here. It was centered on the, it was on the left alignment. If you want, I left label there. That'll be replaced by what we display. But if you want, you can come over here in your tool belt and center it if you want your information to be right in the middle later. All right, that's just a little, yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's a good idea. All right, constraints. Why don't you watch me do the very first one, and then I will wait for you to copy. Ready? Text field. I come down here at the bottom. We pulled with these before. What am I trying to set here? I can look here. I have a drop-down menu, and I can come down. I like to do mine to the view, not to the top layout guide. So I'm going to do the view on top. So every one is going to have 4 constraints. Over here on this side, I'm going to do it to the view on the left. So I've got 2 red and height and width. Everybody do that. Go ahead and do that. Do your top, your left, your width, and your height. When you are done, you must click on Add 4 Constraints. How are we doing? Anybody need help?
So I say 67 on top.
You don't care what my number is. That's a really good point. Your number is going to be however far you are from the top of your iPad. So you want to click the same constraints, but your number should not be the same as mine, right? Okay, add 4 constraints. Okay? If you know how to do it yourself. Otherwise, you can do it with me the next one. All right, text field again. Anybody need help? Let's go up here. I'm doing, well, that one I did the top and the left. Now I'm going to do the top and the right. Yeah, okay? This time I'm going to do the top from the view, and I'm going to do the right. I'm going to do it from the right-hand side, so they'll be proportionate. I click that one, and I want to keep my height and width the same. Anybody need me to repeat that? Well, you guys are just a ball of energy today. All right, add 4 constraints. Okay, this is a little one different. I'm going to do 3 of them the same. Why don't you watch first? Now it's interesting, I can do this, well, I'm gonna do this one from the top view also, in height and width. I'm not gonna do the left or right. So here you just have 3 constraints. The top, the width, the height, because I'm gonna add one more somewhere else. I'm gonna add 3 constraints. But anytime I have just one button horizontally, I'm gonna make that a different, one more constraint. I'm gonna go to the one next to it, and I'm gonna horizontally center and contain it. So I did 4 constraints. I did 3 under 1, and I did 1 here. Anybody need me to repeat that? All right, you guys are good. All right, do the same thing. Now, one more thing I want to show you. Watch my constraint for just 1 second, everybody. Magda, you guys watch it? Okay. So if I go here, notice this is interesting. I have a new option now. I can set these against something above it. So if I want this label to be this far above the button, no matter what, I can set it against the button, and I'm going to choose that one. Okay? And then height and width, add 3 constraints, and then I'm going to go back over here, horizontally center in my container, and I should be good. Now, just to check it out before I do any coding, make sure you select reusable iPad, resizable iPad, excuse me, and let's run that on our simulator and keep our fingers crossed. Okay? How's yours? Good? Oh, you doing? No? You gotta ask her. No. Yeah? Oh, no, is the equivalent result answer remainder 2. If result answer remainder 2 is equivalent to 0. Okay, anybody's work? How's it look? Mine, see mine, it brings it up a little higher on the page here. So think about this for tomorrow when you are going to go work with your partner, that you might want to think about on the iPad. It's going to start to be really high, and think about your placement. Yeah. It's really small, I know. So that's another thing. They set these labels. Text boxes are really small.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, because they got to make sure they can fit in an iPhone. That's the standard. So I would guess, remember how we have .text? I would guess there was a property for a text field that you can call dot something, that you can maybe change the height of those. Okay? Yeah. It's not in the center. What's this guy? That's him there. Let's see, he's there. Well, this is where you put them. This is where they are here. If you wanted them more in the middle, you would have to be moved over. But can you see everything? For our practices today, as long as they're both available, we're good. As long as you can see both of your text fields and your button and everything today, we're good. Okay? I'm going to ask you to put that away in your bag for today. Within your bag. All right? We're doing it. I know Magda usually had, but we're doing a group project. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, so now we have that. Let's go work with our code.
But Mr. Davis is having issues.
Who's having issues? Virgil.
Come on, Mr. I think I fixed it.
Okay. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to be able to see both. All right, let's go back here. Now, we want to work with our code, so let's open up our double circles. What do we need to do to our text fields to make them usable in our code? Yeah, what? Connect it to as a what? Good. So let's make some outlets. All right, by the way, let's do a little cleaning up first. Some of you don't do this. Let's think about being good coders. Let's get rid of this override function. It does nothing. It used to be when there was, the amount of memory was an issue for programmers. Now there's, you can get so much memory in a small little circuit board, we don't care about it. So I'm going to do my first outlet, drag that in up here. I think we should call it text field 1. By the way, a couple people made this mistake earlier. Make sure that you didn't by accident connect it to the view. Make sure it says this is a text field, that it's an outlet, and connect. All right? And do the same thing for text field 2. give it a new name, text field 2 is also an outlet. All right, what about our button? An action, and where do you think we should drag that to? Underneath, not inside, right? Because view did load is also a function. So let's drag it underneath it, because in most programs, view did load is like your main one. All right, so we're gonna make it an action. And multiply on tap. You can call it whatever you like. And everybody. All right, let's make sure, a lot of you have been not switching this to UI button. Object is okay, because it's the upper, most top class. But we would rather be more specific. We're gonna do it as a UI button, touch up inside. Oh, that's fine.
Wait.
Yeah, multiply, on one tab, on tab. But I'm not changing it, because then I have to re-put it in. Yeah,
So is it an outlet?
it is an action.
What? Wait, I don't have action.
Yes, you do. Watch. If I had a button and I drag over, you have to switch it from here. Lucas,
Huh?
remember you switch from
Oh,
here?
I found it.
Yeah, okay. All right, and the last one, let's make an outlet for our label, because that's where we're gonna display something. And bring that back up with your other outlets. So my label tells me it's a label, make sure this is a label, connect. Who needs help? Everybody's good? Dan?
Yeah.
You're okay?
Yeah.
Where do we
So-
put the label?
You can put the label anywhere you want. This is just for experimental purposes.
The assistant thing went away.
Oh.
And it shows it's short.
We have it over here, okay. Let's exit out. It is doing that. Let's also look at navigate, let's show our project manager. Is that okay?